Are you struggling with coming up with healthy and delicious ideas for breakfast? Well, stay tuned. I'm going to share with you 3 easy go-tos that you can start having for breakfast today. Hey, in case you don't know me, my name is Jason Chaney, and I specialize in helping people not only transition to a plant-based lifestyle to lose weight, but also how to start tackling their mindset around eating. And this is one of the ways that I've been able to go from 550 plus pounds to 235 pounds and reverse a lot of lifestyle issues that I was suffering with and no longer have any problems for going over 4 years. And it's by tackling the mindset plus changing the way my eating lifestyle was. And you can do this thing also. And so one of the questions that I was getting for Free Coaching Friday was, what are some breakfast ideas? What can I eat for breakfast? How can I do it? And here's the thing. Breakfast is a great thing, and it's one of the healthiest things that you do if you start your day off right. And so first, let me just break down, what does breakfast mean? Because a lot of times we don't actually associate definitions to words. We just accept what society tells us. And if you just watch TV and everything, one of the things that media, advertising, and all of that tells us is, oh, breakfast, you're supposed to eat breakfast. It's the healthiest meal of the day. But they don't tell you exactly why it's the healthiest meal of the day, and they don't tell you how to ensure that you get that healthy meal. Because 95% of us actually eat the wrong foods for breakfast. 95% of us are actually eating foods that are causing inflammation, that are making us have more of those everyday aches and pains that is getting on our nerves. And so you want to start doing breakfast correctly. And so what does breakfast mean? Breakfast means to break your fast. Now, for most of us, we only do a fasting period, and fasting means that we stop eating during our sleeping cycle. So usually for most of us, the longest time we go without eating is when we're sleeping. So that can be an average of 6 to 8 hours a night, depending on your sleep hygiene and your sleep schedule. And so when you're breaking that means your body has had time to digest all the food that has been eaten throughout the day. And that's what the part of the fasting is. And so when you break it, you want to break it to help the body start getting more energy. And this is the thing. You want to break your fast with supercharged foods, not negative charged foods, meaning you don't want to start going to some drive-through eating something that's full of grease, that's full of saturated fats. If you've been tuning into my free web class that I do each and every Thursday night, like I explained to you, one of the reasons most of us have a hard time losing weight is because we're not aware of how much fat we're actually eating from saturated oils. And this includes cooking oils such as coconut oil, olive oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, grapeseed oil, avocado oil. They're all the exact same thing. They're just saturated fats. And so you don't want to break your fast that way. You want to break your fast with supercharged foods, meaning foods that are going to give you a jolt of energy so you can get through your day. This is why if you've ever had the issue where after you ate breakfast, by the time lunch run around, you're looking for an energy drink or some coffee, something to give you that extra energy, it's because you've been actually breaking your fast with negative charged foods. And this is the issue with it. And so one of the ways that you can start actually breaking your fast, and one of the best ways that I love doing it, is through a smoothie. Now you can do this by throwing in fruits. You can do this also by throwing in veggies, and you can use plant-based milks if you want it creamy. Now, one of the ways I love to do it is I just like to throw strawberries, blueberries, whatever fruits that I have on hand, because they're full of antioxidants, and they also help you just breathe better. If you're not familiar about antioxidants, they actually help break down some of the rust that's in our body. Because of the natural way that most of us eat, we build up a lot of rust through something called heme iron. And so you want to start getting your antioxidants in, and a smoothie is the best way to do it. Now, here's the catch about smoothie. Because now we live in a world where we have the high-powered blenders, you don't even have to get just the pulp of the fruit. You can throw whole fruits in there. So I throw whole strawberries, whole blueberries, cut the mangoes. You can't throw the seeds in there. But all of these things you can just throw in there because of high-powered blenders, and you're still getting all of the soluble and insoluble fiber. So that's the beauty of the smoothies. Second thing you can go to is oatmeal. Oats are one of the healthiest grains on the earth. They're packed full of nutrients, packed full of vitamins, and they're a great way to start your day. If you know anybody who ever done real heavy lifting weight competition or bodybuilding competition, these guys use oats a lot. And this is one of the reasons why it's full of nutrients and packed full of vitamins and minerals. Now, the thing about oats, you can make oatmeal, you can make, and there's several different ways you can make it. You can do one thing, which is overnight oats, where you put it in some plant-based milk, water, do whatever seasoning, whether you want it savory or sweet, and you just let it sit in the fridge overnight. And by the time you wake up in the morning, it'll be ready, and you can just eat it. And that's one of the beauties if you're someone who has a very busy lifestyle, like if you have a bunch of kids, in the mornings you don't have time to just sit and cook and have a really nice hearty breakfast. Overnight oats and smoothies are one of the things that you would love to do with that. Next way you can do it is just add in a bunch of fruit, bananas, apples. I love doing apple cinnamon oatmeal. That's just one of my favorites. Another beauty about it is you can sweeten it however you like. You can use brown sugar, white sugar, stevia. I don't recommend any sucralose or what's that thing called? It's the ones in the blue and the pink packets, the little sugar alternatives. I can't remember the name of it right now because they don't sell it here. But I don't recommend those because those have been found to show some forms of neurotoxicity. So you want to be careful using those, especially when it comes to chemical sweeteners. Like, use things that are natural. Like, I know a lot of us have been taught over the generations, like, oh, sugar's the devil, sugar's bad. But really think about this. Do you want to eat something that's naturally from a plant that's going to sweeten it? Or do you want to use some chemical soup that you don't know what it is? You don't know what chemicals are in it. And usually by the time when stuff that these companies put out or turn out that they're bad for us, we've used it for so many years we don't even care anymore. So like, start caring a little bit more about your health. And then the last thing that you can do is you can do a tofu scramble. Like, if you're someone who likes having an egg scramble or something like that in the morning, you can still have that as plant-based. And you can do it with tofu. Now, tofu comes in 3 forms: soft, firm, and extra firm. If you want to do a tofu scramble, you want to use soft tofu because it's going to mush up and you can just cook it real good. And if you want to give it that little eggy taste, you can use 2 things. You can throw in a little seaweed in there by cutting it up. You can do kelp flakes, or you can throw in black sea salt. Black sea salt gives it a very eggy taste, and it's really good. You won't even know the difference. And so the beauty about it with a tofu scramble, also, you can make it as a sandwich on the go, pack it with tomatoes, onions, peppers, things like that. Or you can make it into a burrito where you can just have it and you can just eat it while you're driving. Like, this is the beauty about doing plant-based. But also, I hope you got some value from this, just showing you like there's healthier ways to start doing the same thing you're doing. And one of the ways you can start out is by breaking your fast a lot healthier. What is the healthiest way that you can probably start doing your breakfast each and every day? Like, if you're someone who used to be like me, where I was going through the drive-through buying all these greasy foods, now I start out with fruit. Most of the time I start out with some fresh fruit juice or a smoothie, and just to start my day off, and I feel a lot better. Cece, she says she hates the black salt because but she wasn't an egg fan. See, that's the thing. If you're not a big egg fan, you don't want to use those type of ingredients. Season it to how you want to season it. But if you are someone who's missing that, don't deprive yourself. Like, remember, one of the things that I always try to teach people is don't deprive yourself. Being healthy doesn't mean deprivation. It means finding the other options for you. You can still have that taste of egginess. I personally don't care for it, but that's my taste buds. If your taste buds are like it, use the black sea salt, use the kelp flakes, use these things. They're here for a reason, to get you the goals that you want. And before I leave, I just want to end on this. Like, a lot of times people are like, oh, Jason, you're lucky. Oh, this person is lucky. Oh, this person is lucky. And the reality is luck has nothing to do with it. When we talk about luck, it means time. You don't see the time that people are putting in to get the results they want. Most people don't see the time that I put in, what's focusing on my eating, the time I put in researching how to be healthier, the time I put in using all of my skills that I learned from the Army, using those skills and applying it to my life. And one of the things that I got from it was I'm guaranteed to always hit my goals because I put in the time. A lot of us like to call that luck, but it's called actually time. And if you want to be lucky and start actually getting to the goals that you want, start putting in the time today. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. You only have this moment right now. So if you really want to start doing it, start today. And start right now with what is something you can do to start changing your breakfast. What is a way you can do it? Start eating healthier for breakfast. Is it going to be a smoothie? Is it going to be oatmeal each and every day? Is it going to be a tofu scramble? Is it just going to be eating an apple or something? Like, don't make it complicated. Healthy shouldn't be hard. And you deserve to be wherever you want to be in your life and in your health goals. And so if you like this type of content, make sure you hit the like button. If you know someone that can use value from this, go ahead and hit that share button and let them see this also. Because one of the things is, as a community, we all can help each other out. Sharing is caring. And so share this video for the ones that you care about and you know they're struggling with trying to get the health that they want, because they can achieve it. And also, if you want more content like this, make sure you hit the like button. Also hit the bell for notifications and subscribe to the channel. So that way you can get up-to-date notifications every time I release videos like this. Also, when I'm releasing little shorts where I'm explaining different ways you can start adding more fruits and vegetables. Like today I did vegan, I did 15 herbs that are antiviral properties that can help you. Like, these are things that are important to each and every last one of us. And if you start actually just learning more and more and more, you will start changing your life towards the goals that you want. And so have a great Friday, stay supercharged, and I will see you on Monday.